Hey, hello there, friends. Welcome back to Let's Play Steins Gate Elite. It's been a while. In fact, it's been over more than a month since I last recorded Steins Gate Elite. Let's get this show back on the road. Why does she have to be such a smartass? Smartass.
俺はメールをする用事があるのだ。どうしてもここにいたいのならば、邪魔をせず静かにしているのだな。ザ・ゾンビ。
その呼び方が一番カチンとくるわね。
Despite her complaint, Kurisu makes no move to leave. Oh boy, what is this, man? They actually translated this. It's too bad the text is in front of this. Okay, so to John Tyler. Subject question. The code is from CERN's database. In other news, I've successfully built a machine that sends emails to the past. When we change the past by sending an email, does that change the world line? I noticed some events were undone. Does that mean the world line changed? You said the many worlds interpretation is correct, but I'd like to hear proof if you don't mind. I'm afraid I will not be able to translate this complete text. So I'm not even going to try. We're going to believe the translators, okay? Alright, let's do what needs to be done. Now to wait for his reply.
ずいぶん深いため息ついてるわね。
Maybe I should tell her about how that email changed the past. And about how she seems to have lost her memories about it. Why am I considering talking to Kurisu? Because I don't think Mayuri Route would understand this problem. Kurisu, on the other hand, might be able to form a hypothesis. That's what I hope. Just then, my phone rings. Is it Tyler? Tyler's calling me. Startled, I look at my phone's display. I click my tongue in disappointment. Don't scare me like that.
クリスティーナ、お前に話しておきたいことがある。
その前に電話出なくていいわけ？
だるからだ。どうせくだらない内容だろう。もしもし。
オカリン、実はとんでもないミスに気づいたんだ。
ミス？
Is it about the phone wave name subject to change? Is it related to the phenomenon I experienced earlier?
実はさ、ラボに財布忘れてきたお。
なに？
オカリン、悪いけど僕の財布届けてくんない？お礼にメイクインでドリンクおごるから。
貴様は神田川で水浴びでもしていろ！
Damn it, I got stressed over for nothing. But right afterward, my phone rings again. Damn you, you persistent little...
なんだ、マユリか。
ちゃんとウーパーをむぎゅーってした？
していない。
そっか。何か悩みがあったらマユシンに相談するんだよ。マユシンはね、難しい話はよくわかんないけど、オカリンのことはよーくわかってる
お前にこの俺がわかるというのか？
わかるよ。子供の頃から一緒だもん。
We need to check on the options here real quick. I feel, because the music seems to be loud. Or is it just me?
もう切るぞ。バイト頑張れよ。
岡部、顔がにやけてる。
何を言うか、このセレセブが。
セレセブ言うな。
I was going to tell Carissa the truth, but now I've changed my mind. The mad scientist Hoen Kyoma would never grin at the words of a mere hostage like Mayuri. Okay, maybe that's a bit too loud now, isn't it? I know. It should be fine for now.
恋する乙女が好きな相手からのメールを待ってるみたい。
She sure likes to attack me for every little thing.
そんなに構ってほしいのか。
ささやかな復讐よ。あんたからのひどい扱いにいつもぐっと耐えてるんだから、それぐらい許せ。
これでも俺はお前をリスペクトしているつもりだぞ。
名前すらまともに呼んだこともないくせによく言う。
それについてはすまないと思っている。
へえ、意外。あんたって謝るんだ。
謝るさ。だがどうしようもないのだ。俺の脳はお前のことを助手のクリスティーナという認識で固定してしまっていて、直しようがないからな。
回答して海馬に電極ぶっ刺してやりたい。
Hippocampus. A major part of the brain. The hippocampus governs memory and spatial navigation. Oh. Right after that silly exchange, John Titor's mail arrives. Wow, I couldn't read the first fucking piece of that text. God damn it. Well, you were able to read it, I guess. Very interesting. I read your message. From the events you described, it sounds like you did indeed change the past, shifting to an ever so slightly different world line. The one thing I don't understand is how you kept your memories of the previous world line. You're telling me the truth, yes?
メールの相手って誰？
I'm telling the truth. Something similar happened to me. Okay. Something similar happened to me before too. What do you make of it? A hat? A brooch? Sorry.
Chief, this weather bulletin just came off the wire. Johnny, what can you make out of this?
This? Well, I can make a hat, or a brooch, a pterodactyl.
Who are you talking to? Yeah.
John Titor.
嘘。
Observing convergence. I don't know. The idea of using an email to alter the past was never even considered in the year 2036 I'm from. You've altered the past and shifted from your original world line. However, until now, no one has ever been known to be able to observe convergence. Even so, Kyoma, you may have that power. You might be the one who can guide us to a world line beyond 1% convergence, across the wall that divides what are known as attractor fields. Though Titor's response was long, there was a lot that it left unexplained. I quickly sent him follow-up questions. What is divergence, and how do you measure it?
奴はよほど悪意のある人間以外に対してはオープンだ。メルアドも公開している。こうしてやり取りするのは2度目だ。
Okay, dude, I can't really fucking read that text, so I'm just gonna slap it in here. A moment later, I received another mail from Titor. but it's once again filled with strange jargon. I have no memories of that world line. Strictly speaking, I was not being entirely accurate when I wrote that the Everett Wheeler model is accepted in my time. The truth is, scientists have proven that the universe is comprised of attractor fields.
道理であんたがタイタンの書き込みを引用したがるわけだ。信者ってわけね。
What are attractor fields, and what in the world is beyond 1% divergence?
そういうわけではない。だが奴の話にはうなずける点も多い。
そう？フィクションにしか思えないけど。
Subject: Hope. Attractor fields are the focal points of world line convergence. Their existence is responsible for the phenomena previously known as fate and chance. There's no real point making small changes to a world line due to the convergence. Small changes do not have a lasting influence. You might be the one who can guide us to a world line beyond 1% divergence across the wall that divides attractor fields. Attractor fields, never heard of them. Beyond that is true freedom. If we do not break through this wall, a dystopian future awaits. My mission is to change that future. You may hold the power to do just that. What's with this guy? He thinks I have some kind of power? But this last statement is pretty hard to swallow. Now that he claims I have special powers, he's starting to sound like some new age con artist.
いきなり笑い出すのよ。気色悪い。
これが笑わずにいられるか。実に傑作ではないか。この俺が持つ力だと。今さらそんなこと言われなくとも俺はとっくに気づいていたぞ、ジョン・タイター。この魔眼、リーディングシュタイナーの真の力にな。
話の流れはさっぱり見えんが、岡部次長しろとだけ言っておく。
え？あ。
The Titan who appeared in 2000 said he traveled back in time to retrieve technology lost in World War III. Yet this guy is saying he came to prevent the creation of a dystopia ruled by CERN. This guy might be an imposter. Another mail comes. And what I read there, Kyoma, I want you. Raises the hairs on the back of my neck. What is this? Fear, disgust, or some other emotion? I want you to be the Messiah. I don't know, but something is very wrong. Chapter 4. Mugen no Homeostasis. Homeostatic dreams.
ジョン・タイターは実にバカだな。この俺がメシアだと？勘弁してもらいたいものだ。人類を救済するなどくだらないにも程がある。
If the same thing happens to you again, please contact me once more. That moment I will prove that you are the Messiah. Those were Taito's last words before our email conversation had ended. But I had no intentions of taking Taito's words at face value. I am not so naive.
俺はメシアとは正反対の資質を持つ狂気のマッドサイエンティスト、ホーイン・キョーマであり、幾多の修羅場をかいくぐり 長年機関から逃れ続けてきたのだ。そんな俺が望むのは混沌。権力者を倒せば平和が訪れるとでも思っているのか。答えは否。断じて否だ。そんな夢物語を信じている脳みそがお花畑なやつにはそのまま死ねと忠告してやろう。権力の破壊の後に始まるのは秩序なき混乱なのだ。
あのさ、マキセ氏、オカリンは一体どうしちゃったんだぜ。
さあ、ジョン・タイターと熱心にメールしてたと思ったら急に静かになって。で、30分くらい前からこんな状態。
なんか今日のオカリンって全体的にヤバくね。
同意するわ。
聞け、そこのラボメン2人、これよりオペレーションウルドを再開する。
マジで？下に店長まだいるけど。
案ずるな。どうせブラウン管工房はそろそろ閉店の時間だ。
夜は電話レンジが作動しないはずでしょ。
やってみる価値はある。検証するのだ。何時まで電話レンジカッコ仮の作動を確認できるかをな。と同時にダル、それにクリスティーナ、お前たちには D メールによって過去を変えてもらう。
過去を？
I still don't believe in the many worlds interpretation or Tyler's attractor field theory. Actually, I'm starting to doubt them more and more. If we want to know how the world works, we'll have to figure it out ourselves, and to do that, we need to experiment. One thing I'm sure of is that the mass disappearance in Akiba is related to the D-mails somehow, as is the strange disconnect between my memories and everyone else's. According to Tyler, I have a supernatural power, the one I call a reading Steiner. And John Tyler says, to be able to observe convergence, even so, Kyoma, you may have that power. Yeah, blah blah blah. Read that before. My doubts about Tyler's veracity aside, I do need to determine if I am indeed the only person who keeps his memories when the past changes.
好きなように過去を変えろ。ただし、なるべく分かりやすい形でだ。
私は帰る。今日の実験結果は明日レポートで見せて。
待て！そのレポートは誰が書くの？
岡部に決まってるでしょ。作戦立案者なんだから。被験者自身も実験中の書簡なんかを書いておいてくれるとなおいいけど。
過去改変には興味がないのか？あれほど実験に前向きだったではないか。
あんたね、昼間のことをもうきれいさっぱり忘れたわけ？私は反対した。
だが実験が始まってからは乗り気だった。文句一つ言わず付き合った。
妄想を垂れ流さないで。
客観的に慣れていないぞ、クリスティ・セレセブよ。
いちいち言い直すなよ。
実験はすでに一度行われた。この俺が過去を改変した。
うわ、オカリン、抜け駆けいくない。
そうではない。過去を改変した結果、お前たちは 改変前の一部の記憶を失ったのだ。
今日の昼間のこと？ロト6がどうとか急に言い出したけど。
そうだ。
I explained what happened earlier this afternoon, and then I made an extra save because chapter 4 is where shit happens. I remember from reading this guide in Japanese a long time ago. A long time ago be 2018, I guess, because the game came out in 2018.
それはひょっとしてギャグで言っているのか？
本気だ。
マジっすか。
Why did everyone else lose their memories? Actually, did everyone else lose their memories? In order to find out, I need them to perform the same experiment.
うわっ OK。 僕一つどうしても変えたい過去があるんだよね。
Daru is quick to adapt as always. We've known each other for a long time. He trusts me implicitly. Or maybe he's just being faithful to his desires.
なんだ？ダイエットしろと1年前の自分に送るのか？
そんなメール来てもダイエットなんかしないし。
Daru told me he wanted to change the outcome of the Ferris Cup. On that fateful day, Daru faced off against Ferris and Rainet Axis battlers only to be completely obliterated, a feeling I know all too well.
その結果を覆そうと？
フェイリスタンの作戦はほぼ完璧に覚えてるんで、その裏をつこうってことだよ。うわぁ、僕って頭良くね？
Take her from behind, huh? Ferris is probably too good for that to work. She'll just counter his counter strategy.
まあいい。ダルよ。D メールを送る準備を。
よーし、僕頑張っちゃうぞ。
Daru hunches over and starts typing out the mail, leaving me to input the forwarding address into the phone wave, name subject to change. New Misagi. Speaking of lotteries, Mayushi won a magazine sweepstakes once. Amazing, huh? You know, the hero of Gundam, Setsuri? I won an autograph from his voice actor. Should I reply? Magazine. You're still reading anime magazines? You're a true otaku. Gundam. Setsuri. Is he from the latest Gundam? I haven't seen it. The original is the best anyway. Voice actor. I never knew Mayuri was a voice actor otaku. Well, I am too, so I'm actually going to answer this. There, that should do it. Instant reply? Question mark? I guess not. It's 6:55 p.m. No way to know if the phone wave name subject to change will operate at this hour. We haven't figured out the exact window yet.
あんた自身はどう考えてるの？記憶が継続してることについて。
しつこいぞ。ゾンビの異名は伊達ではないというわけか？
意味がわからない。
ゾンビは死してなお人に襲いかかってくる。実にしつこいのだ。
冗談はやめて。こっちは本気で話してるんだけど。
俺は D メールの送信先が鍵だと考えている。すなわち未来からのメールを受け取った人間、その人間だけは過去改変の影響を受けないかもしれない。
Actually, that hypothesis doesn't explain the mass disappearance in Akihabara. Of course, I still don't have sorry, I still don't have concrete proof that the mass disappearance incident was related to D-mail. We'll never know unless we experiment.
ダルの実験が終わったら次はお前に D メールを送ってもらう。内容について考えておいてくれ。
嫌よ。私は送らない。
怖いのか？
そういう問題じゃない。
ならばタイムパラドックスのことを気にしているのか？
それもあるけど、どっちかっていうと個人的なポリシー。
Policy.
過去を変えるなんて卑怯な感じがするから。私がこれまでに蓄積してきた人生はたかだか18年だけど、それでもその記憶を改変なんてしたくない。
なるほど。今の自分は完璧であり不満はなく、だから変えたくないと？
なんでそうなる？これまでの自分を否定したくないの。たとえ失敗ばかりだったとしても、それを含めて今の自分があるんだから。
電話レンジカッコ仮が完全に問題を解決して実用化されても使う気はないと？ジョン・タイターがタイムマシンを好きに使っていいと仮に言ってきても、どの時代に飛ぶ気もないと？青い猫型ロボットが机の引き出しから出てきてもそれを使わないと？
使わないわ。
だが実験は大好き。そうだな。
好きで悪いか？
すなわち自分は高めの見物を決め、他人を実験台にしてほくそ M。実にマッドなサイエンティストだ。
あんたね。
できたお。
At first cup, enemy setup, VLVVL, Wow.
さっぱり意味がわからない。
Me neither.
フェイリスタンのカードの配置だお。見ればわかるだろ上皇。オカリンたちが疎いだけ。
Well, whatever. Preparations are complete. If this works, the mail will arrive at Daru's phone 52 hours ago. The discharge phenomenon occurs normally. I close my eyes to shield them from the lightning and sparks. Fucking hell. The D-mail was sent. Daru should have received it 2 days ago. However,
そのことをなんで俺は覚えている？
when I sent a D-mail earlier this afternoon, everyone else forgot all about it. Huh. If Daru's D-mail changed the past, then the present should have changed too. Daru should be the only one who remembers that he sent a D-mail.
過去変わった？
ちょっと待て。誰も覚えているんだな。
え？何が？
今 D メールを送ったことだ。
覚えてるに決まってるでしょ。何バカなこと言って。あ、そうか。岡部がさっき言ってたことが正しいなら、私とあんたは過去が変えられた記憶はないはず。
ダル、お前フェイリス杯でフェイリスに勝てたのか？
わかんねえ。
勝てたらフェイリスの手料理とか言っていたはずだ。それは食べられたのか？手料理とは何だった？
わかんねえ。しょぼーん。
I checked Daru's send history. As expected, the D-mail he sent isn't there. I do, however, find the D-mail in his inbox. He received it 2 days ago, just like we wanted.
もしかして過去は変わってないんじゃないの？
ちょっとマユシに電話してみる。
He's the one who changed the past, yet he doesn't remember what happened after the change. That's odd.
あ、マユシ、まだバイト中だよね。あのさ、悪いんだけどフェイリスタンはそこにいる？うん、いるんだね。じゃあさ、ちょっと聞いてほしいんだけど、僕ってこの前のフェイリス杯でフェイリスタンに勝ったっけ？負けたっけ？え？負けた？誰が？フェイリスタンが？僕が？あ、そう。瞬殺？そう。わかったお。ああ。
Daru's shoulders droop as he hangs up the phone.
その様子だと過去は変えられなかったみたいね。
なんで？オカリンは変えられたんしょ？
Yeah, but maybe it only changed by a few percentages, not having an impact on a world line, right?
橋田が送った勝つための方法って必勝法じゃないせいじゃない？有利になるってだけで。
I had the same thought.
最終的にフェイリスさんが橋田に勝ったから過去は変わらなかった。
そうだけどさ、ゲームの過程は変わるじゃん。
たかがその程度ではダイバージェンスは揺らがないということかもな。
岡部が言うようにもっと分かりやすく過去が変わったって確かめられる改変にしないと実験の意味がない。あ、いえ、別にこの実験に賛成ってわけじゃないけど。
いや、まだだ。まだ終わらんよ。もう一度別のアドバイスを過去の僕に送ってみる。今度はもっと的確にフェリスタンに本気で勝てるようなアドバイスだお。
そんなにも勝ちたいのか。
むしろそれほどまでにフェイリスの手料理を食べたいのだろう。
オカリンの答えでファイナルアンサー。
Here we go. I don't like where this is going, you guys. Nothing happens. No discharge. Huh. The timer counts down to 0 without incident.
時間切れ？
おそらくな。
なんだよ。せっかく素晴らしいアドバイス書いたのに。
やむを得ない。実験は明日に持ち越しだ。
I checked the clock. It's just past 7 p.m. I guess it doesn't work after 7 p.m. Rukako. About Rainet. Mayuri-chan's obsessed with this anime called Rainet, so I rented it to see what it was about. I don't usually watch anime, but when I do, I prefer romance. I do too, don't tell anyone. But I found this anime to be pretty deep, even though it's aimed at children. I was surprised. P.S. I was so engrossed in Rainet, I couldn't do any practice swings with Samidari. I'm sorry. Should I reply? Well, we get to choose whatever we want this time around, so let's see. How are you? Now you're hooked on Rainet? Everyone around me is buying into this Rainet craze. How can it be so popular? But don't tell me it's an organization plot. Romance. That's your problem right there. You can't waste your time with romance fluff. If you do have that much time, free time, you practice with some of that. Fuck you. I like this one better. We sent it, boys. Get it out there. Since Kurisu was heading back to her hotel, I decided to accompany her partway to get some dinner.
Today, ホテルに帰ってからずっと考えてた。電話レンジはどういう原理で時間移動を可能にさせているのか。
LHC と似たことが起きているのだよ。お前は言ったはずだ。LHC は巨大な電子レンジだと。
電子レンジが LHC と同等の機能を持ってたら、日本は一家に一台ブラックホールになるわね。セルンがあまりに簡単にカーブラックホールを作ってるように見えるから感覚が麻痺してるけど、そもそもブラックホールなんて人工的に作れるものじゃないし、とんでもないリスクのある代物だし、家庭の電子レンジがブラックホールを作れると思う方がどうかしてる。
Titus time machine is small enough to fit inside a car and it makes black holes. Well, that's what he said at least. Now that I'm a little skeptical of Titor, I don't feel like bringing it up.
一つ言えるのは、電子レンジ単体じゃブラックホールは作れないということ。電子レンジに何かが干渉して電子を注入してきているのは間違いない。
An outside source of electrons. What could that be?
さて、私は帰るから。また明日、レポートをまとめといてね。
She was serious about the report. Ugh. A new Miss Ag. Okay, well, this is an important event. This is what triggers the timeline differences. So, let's pay close attention. It's from Kurusu, should I reply? You want to save here. Trust me. Let's keep that in mind. Save slot 16. Chaos theory, homeostasis. Yeah, well, same thing. Yeah, we want to keep an eye on save 16. Don't lose this. Well, I mean, whatever number save it is for you. But, from Kurisu. Pardon me. Did you write it? Have you written that report yet? For your information, I wasn't joking yesterday. If you blow this off, then you have no right to call yourself a scientist. Maybe this is too much for a freshman like you to understand, but writing papers is part of being a scientist. Well, we want to answer report. Let lesser men worry about such things. I have inventions to build and discoveries to make. Boom. Biatch. I hope you guys made a save. Importante, eh? Come on, man. There wasn't anything to do after Kurisu left. And now it's the next morning and I'm sitting on the bench in front of the brown tube workshop. It's still early, but it's already blazing hot. The brown tube workshop was already open for the day, but no one was inside. And knowing the owner, he's probably off doting on his daughter. Oh, doting on his daughter. Oops. Dotting. We're supposed to be experimenting today, but not a single lab member has arrived yet. Bunch of slackers. They'll regret ever...
Oh, ずいぶん暇そうだな、岡部。
おはようございます、おかりんおじさん。
俺はおじさんではない。 兄様と呼べ。
お父さん、どうしよう。
岡部、おめえうちの娘に何をふざけたことを吹き込んでやがる。
教育がなっていないのではないですか、ミスター・ブラウン。その子が俺のことをおじさん呼ばわりするのを何とかしてください。
いいだろ別に。器の小せえ野郎だな。なえ、こんな野郎の言うこと聞かなくていいからな。
Boom.
うん。おかり、おはよう。
Naya's face brightens the moment she hears her voice.
まゆりお姉ちゃん。なえちゃん、おはよう。おはよう。なえちゃんにこれあげる。はい、どうぞ。うわー、ありがとう。はい、おかりにも。
She offers me some, which I silently accept.
岡部倫太郎、タイタンはなんで？
Then suddenly, a bicycle comes racing toward me at full speed.
チース。
I'd rather not talk about Tyler in the middle of a public street, so I pretended not to hear her.
トゥットゥルー、すずさん。おー、椎名まゆり、トゥットゥル
Like I said, Mayuri gets along with everyone.
ー。やる気ないな。聞いたんでしょ？
聞いたが、奴の言うことが正しいかわからなくなった。
どの辺が？
Why is she so flustered? Does it bother her so much that I can't trust Tyler?
そうか、タイターオタか。
いやー。あー、クリスチャンだー。クリスチャン、トゥットゥルー。
Good morning.
That reminds me, doesn't Part-Time Warrior have something against Kurisu? I look at Suzuha. Her expression has changed dramatically. Her body stiffens as she stares down Kurisu. It's like she's trying to start a fight with her glare. Kurisu's pretty stubborn too, so she makes a show of ignoring Suzuha's glare. For a second, I'm worried they might start throwing punches, but that doesn't happen. Well, I don't really care about their little quarrel anyway. Only one thing interests me now, the mystery of the D-mail. When Tyler finally returns, we get to work in the lab. Man, that shit's scary though. We begin experimenting immediately, even though it's still morning. The electrical discharge occurs on demand. That reminds me, we haven't talked to Mr. Brown yet. But explaining away the noise can wait. For we are at war. War against the organization and CERN, the dark powers that rule the world from the shadows.
安西先生、フェイリスタンの手料理が食べたいです。
最後まで希望を捨てちゃいか。諦めたらそこで試合終了だよ。
これ甘いぜ赤字。三井
世界が終わるまでは離れることもない先生安西先生戻らない時だけがなぜ輝いてはやつれきった心までも壊すバスケしたいですバスケが
The coach from a famous basketball manga. On the internet, posters sometimes express a desperate desire by quoting the manga like so. Anzai sensei, I want to break free. Another often quoted line, this one spoken by Anzai sensei, is if you give up, it's game over. Alright. Game over, man. Game over.
諦めたらそこで試合終了だよ。
Unfortunately, Darius' second D-mail doesn't change the past. I get the feeling Rainet matches are difficult to cheat your way out of like this. Man, Kurisu looks fucking retarded in this shot. I forgot to say that last time. Alright, so who do we experiment on? From the look on Kurisu's face, I don't think she's willing to change her policy. Yes, she's starting to look like someone with Down syndrome. That leaves only one candidate.
マユリよ、次はお前に過去を変えてもらおう。
マユシ変えてもいいの？でもね、過去を変えるって何を変えればいいのかな。あ、それじゃあね、こういうのはどうかな。ルカ君にマユシーのコスを着てもらえるように過去を変えるの。
どうやって？
ルカ君にメールを送るとかだよ。
I don't think a simple request is going to change the past.
もっと簡単で分かりやすいものはないのか？
Looks like I'm the only one with ideas.
1時間前のマユリに D メールを送るのだ。今日はおでん缶が食べたいとな。
そんな誘導に乗るほど単純なことじゃない気が。
それね、すごくいいかも。
え
That look of like, what the fuck, she's so retarded.
今日もね、自動販売機の前で10分くらい迷っちゃったんだよ。おでん缶にしようかな、ラーメン缶にしようかなって。
Ramen packaged in a can like a drink, sold in vending machines. Unlike a regular ramen, the noodles are made of konjac. Huh.
つまり後押しがあれば、マユリは必然的におでん缶を食べたくなるというわけだな。よし、それで行くぞ。
わかった。じゃあ過去を変える前にラーメン全部食べとかないと。
食べておかないとどうなるの？
もったいないもん。
あ、そうね。
Duh. Don't waste food, kids. I get the phone wave, name subject to change, prepped for a D-mail. The content of Mayuri's mail is simple enough. This fucking text. Oden kan wa ne atsuatsu de oishii yo. Canned oden is super tasty when it's piping hot. I just hope it actually works. To send it 1 hour back, we input 1 sharp. In other words, we set the microwave for only 1 second. I wonder if the discharge phenomenon will occur in such a short span of time. That's something else we'll learn from this experiment.
電話レンジカッコ仮起動。
あー、メールまだ送れてないよ。
There wasn't enough time to blink.
1秒じゃ放電現象は起きないか。データ通りだけど貴重な実証データが取れた。
これって例えば事前に暖気みたいなことしたらどうなるん？
What?
暖気？
つまりさ、1秒じゃ放電現象は起きないわけっしょ。だから事前にメールを送らずに30秒ぐらいレンジ動かしとくんだお。その後間を置かずにタイマー1秒でもう一度動かす。そしたら1秒でも放電現象起きそうじゃね？
根拠は？
ネス。
マユリよ、もっと他に何かないのか？
じゃあ昨日買ったおにぎりの具を違うものにするとか。
お前は昨日食べたおにぎりの具の種類を覚えているのか？
おかか。
即答？
Impressive.
だからね、おかかを明太子にしようよ。
Fish eggs? Maybe we should find another test subject. A new message. Patamoria. Akihabara is such a strange town. Everywhere I look, I see the drawing of cute girls. Some of them even have their breasts fully exposed, which startled me. Coming here has been a real culture shock. It's amazing how peaceful Japan is now. Should I reply? Okay, so this is another important one for an achievement. We want to answer peaceful, so if you want to answer some of these other ones, actually let's just take a look. Yeah, let's take a look. Unfortunately, Moe has become the symbol of Akihabara and the chaos that rules here. Get used to it. Fuck Moe. I can imagine how that would shock someone who isn't prepared. You are not prepared. Peaceful. This is the option you do want to take, so take peaceful. I agree. It's all because of the organization's efforts to stupidify Japan. There, that should do it. Mail sent. Wanting to clear my head, I go up to the rooftop. I left Mayuri and the others at the lab. I need some time to get my thoughts in order. I recall what happened when I sent myself the Lotto 6 numbers. The moment I sent that email, I felt a strong tremor, and then the world as I knew it changed slightly. And the fact that I had sent a D-mail had been undone. However, it was in my inbox. The message had clearly made it to the past. What does this mean? The mail was received but never sent. Isn't that a time paradox? Is that the reason why everyone else lost their memories? Why did that happen? Changing the past changes the world. Tyler spoke of divergence. When divergence changes, are people's memories reconstructed to match the new world line? Then how come I remember the previous world line even after the past changes? My deliberations are interrupted by an incoming mail. Whatever, I can just reply to it later. However, all these mails, Shining Ufingo, no doubt about it, it's got to be Kiryu Moika, the male demon known as Shining Finger. There is something wrong with that woman. You don't say. I sigh and open my mails reluctantly.
Nani?
From Shining Favor, can I send a D-mail to Moika? She wants to send a D-mail. And that reminds me, yesterday I made the Moika lab member 005. That means she's qualified to participate in our experiments. Well, that's what she's asking. Like, and the text she sent is like, oh, please let me. I'm also a lab member, right? So it should be okay, right? Please. So she's asking pretty please in a really, really pretty please kind of way. Moika seems serious, so she might meet my demands. Most importantly, all the other lab members are completely useless when it comes to D-mails. I still haven't been able to verify whether or not I can keep my memories if someone else changes the past. Moika works for an editorial company. In other words, she's related to the media. What if she sends a D-mail and leaks word of the time machine? We'd be flooded by press. Gone will be the days of lurking in the shadows. My location will be exposed to the organization. Of course, sooner or later we're going to have to announce our findings to the world. But in that case, I'd rather choose a national newspaper or TV network to cover the event rather than some shady magazine. That way, it'll spread faster throughout Japan, nay, the world. Either way, something tells me it's better not to go public through Moika. Moika. I wouldn't trust her. That said, as her messages attest, Moika is a lab member. Yesterday, all my troubles seemed so far away. We told her everything about the phone wave we had to say, and the emails too. And then I stopped rhyming. Moreover, we made her one of us. One of us. One of us. It was necessary to buy her silence. Realizing that I have no reason to deny Moika her request, I put my phone to my ear.
少しばかり迷っている。何？声でわかるだと？叶わないな。
叶わないな。
電話レンジカッコ仮の実験にシャイニングフィンガーを引き入れるかどうかについて。バカな！あの女を生贄に捧げろというのか。確かに世界に混沌をもたらすためなら犠牲はやむを得ない覚悟だが、いや問題ない。むしろ迷っていた俺が情けない。マッドサイエンティスト失格かもしれんな。ああ、これは俺にとってむしろ典型とも言える申し出。まさに シュタインズゲートの選択となるだろう。エルプサイコングル。
It's decided. I type a reply to Morika's mail. Indeed, you are, lab. Thanks, game. I'll paste it in here. I'll paste the picture in picture. Let's go. Indeed, you are, lab member 005, shining a finger. Report to the lab at once. Okay. I'll wait for Moika to come to the lab before we start experimenting. She replied already. I'm actually in front of the building already, Moika. What? She's already downstairs? Why didn't she tell me? I rushed down to meet her. And then Flokker says it's almost like been recording an hour, so we better stop recording. Once we enter the lab, I get all the lab members to stop what they're doing and then tell them about Moika's situation. And with that, we commence the D-mail experiment. But that's going to be for next episode. Oh shit, I pressed load. Save. Save it in slot 17. You know what's going to happen once we reach this slot, right? It's going to be some memes, some music memes. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you on the next episode. Until then, thank you for watching. Stay safe out there. El Psy Kongru.